it's interesting that we call people from other countries aliens too.
Yes.
You know, they're illegal aliens.
Yeah.
There's outer space aliens, and then there's but everyone who's not like your country neighbor is an alien.
Yeah, that's right.
Canadians are aliens.
Yeah, it's so stupid because they're humans.
Yeah.
Like, we act as though there's some different being altogether. That's an old idea, you know, that if someone isn't from your country, they might not even be human. They just look human.
Well, that's the idea of calling them aliens.
Yeah.
They're alien to this area. We're aliens.
Yeah, we're the aliens.
But the American Indians were aliens as well.
Sure.
The Native Americans came from Asia.
Yeah, and the people in Asia came from Africa, and the people in Africa came from monkeys, and the monkeys came from
single-celled organisms.
Yeah, which came from
bacteria.
An asteroid that smashed into the Earth. So we are aliens.
Everyone's an alien.
Yeah.
Well, if you follow that logic, yeah, every single living thing is alien because if panspermia, that theory of amino acids and the building blocks of life existing in asteroids and then landing in Earth after they slam into another planet.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. It's like a game of life leapfrog all throughout the galaxy.
All the way back to the Big Bang. You don't even need the meteor smashing. I mean, the Earth is alien. The Earth came from some interstellar dust that congealed at some point. It all goes back to some flash of light. So
billions of miles away.
Billions of miles away. So yeah, we are aliens. Now, the way that our spaceship works might be different from the way spaceships work on Star Trek. The way our spaceship works is it grows food and it grows people. That's our spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
The spaceship itself produces the life form. But
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, to look at the wild insanity of where we came from, and then to be like, oh, no, there's no aliens. Couldn't be. Nothing out there. That's madness. If life emerged from the congealed dust particulates that came from the explosion of stars and the spinning, the centrifuge action of this ball-like thing was able to spit pinkies and brownies out of the thing, then people. There are many colors of people. But to think that if our planet is able to produce life just from spinning really fast around a star, to think that this isn't happening in other parts of an infinite universe is madness.
And then the real mindfuck is the idea that our planet spawns this intelligent creature that's insanely curious and eventually starts playing with nuclear power and then antimatter and then figures out how to make a Big Bang machine. And then one day one of them just goes, fuck it, I'll press it. And he hits a button and boom! The whole universe implodes back down into the size of the head of a pin and explodes out again in a totally new Big Bang.
Yep.
Every 14, 15 billion years or so.
Yeah, and this is not that idea. That idea is written about in the Upanishads and the Vedas. This is something they write about. They say that Brahman, it's compared to an inhalation and an exhalation, that the universe is a breathing thing, and that sometimes the universe expands itself in this infinite outward breath, and in that outward breath all created beings form, which are a differentiation of this unitive field of consciousness. And then there's the in-breath, where everything comes back in and forms back to that head of the pin that science says the Big Bang is. Of course, there is new ideas about that. The whole head of the pin idea, or the condensed super particle that they say created the Big Bang. A lot of people wonder if that's the case, or if maybe the Big Bang is the effect of one universe brushing up against a universe and poking into it and creating the outrush of matter that is the Big Bang. We really don't know.
Yeah, that's a fascinating one. The idea that there's parallel universes like bubble baths. They're like little circles in a bubble bath, but they're infinite, and each one of them is its own self-contained universe, and they collide, and they're just millimeters from each other, millimeters from the other universe, and then they boom. They collide, and that's what creates all the energy.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just an endless transfer of energy from universe to universe. Yeah, that's what it is. Just this giant living cluster of bubbles.
And for our pea brains, the idea of the universe itself being semi-infinite or infinite or fractal, the idea of there being infinite amount of infinite universes, It's just it's too hard to wrap our heads around the fact that, well, it all also might be breathing. It might be going out, expanding, and then contracting.
Yeah.
For infinity.